Hello, in this video I'm going to be talking about any theories or my thoughts on the new teaser that came out and the comic about Zombie Stage. I cannot tell you how excited I was when I woke up that morning and I saw the teaser was out. I literally started freaking out and I couldn't even focus at school because I was so excited. Anyways, I analyzed the teaser that came out and I looked at the poster and the comic, so I'm just going to be talking about everything I noticed and kind of analyzing it and having some theories and stuff, maybe a few questions to consider. My voice is kind of messed up because I just woke up, so anyways, I haven't seen any other theory videos about it, so I can't really compare stuff. I'll probably add other theories that I see once they come out. But right now, these are just kind of my thoughts. If you have any other thoughts or anything to add on, just let me know. So when we look at the video, here are some notes that I noticed. I noticed the zombies are entertainment, the zombie outbreak. They're hidden from the authorities in the playground underground. It's looking like a circus, so I'm probably guessing it's circus themed. They said they're not dead, but they're not alive, and people upstairs want to wipe out the underworld, and Hyena wants to infiltrate and get footage for evidence, I think, and they want to destroy it from the inside out. So another grand final plays a part in it and their plan, which I will talk about this later. I'm just talking about things that they said or things that I noticed. Hyena calls it ridiculous and not a place for kids, and an eternal stage. The show never ends. Sua's clothing is stabbing her, which could probably show how mistreated they are. Maisie and Sua's outfits look like ballerinas, kind of. They're standing side by side on a wooden stage, and Sua's outfit is white like an alien stage. Okay, when we look at the poster, there's not a lot to go of, but things you can notice is Maisie and Sua's legs are facing opposite, which could mean something if they maybe they go separate paths or they're walking opposite, Sua's leg is bleeding and you could see a cursed gem mentioned in the comic, and also her shoe is falling off, which that could be symbolic for something, which I will talk about later. Anything I say I'm going to talk about later. After reading the comic, they give us a lot of intel on what it's about, and so we can kind of piece together what the world is So it's rare gemstones grow inside the body. They called it a survival show, which I don't know who it's surviving for, because anyways, hosted by crime syndicates and corrupt cops. Victory is hell too, for the victors and stuff, so there are victors. Bodies of defeated are dismantled and sold. Maisie says that if it was her, she would run. Zombies are hidden and raised like livestock. They can't escape. Maisie says if you read it twice, you'll be cursed. Which, that could be a joke, but that could also, be important, Sua picked the movie, which I think is important because out of everyone, Sua picked it. You could see that Till still likes Maisie how he does in the original. Lucas still has his heart condition, so he could have his heart condition in Zombie Stage, but I don't think it would really matter if he's a zombie or something. The relationships seem very similar. Maisie and Sua are really close, maybe still maybe they're a couple in this universe, because they didn't really have couples because they were kind of aliens everywhere in the original, but they could be a couple in this universe. But Sua kind of freaked out when Maisie got close to her, so maybe it's more crushing, Ivan still likes Till, as you can see. Till still likes Maisie and kind of seems annoyed by Ivan, like in the original. And Hyena still seems kind of mixed about Luca, and Luca still likes her. And something had to have happened about them, because in the original it was he killed her brother, which I don't know if that has something still to do with her brother, but we will see. I have a few theories, maybe. I don't know. I'll talk about that later. Now, for my overall analysis, it looks like Sua might die or fail round 1 because it's heavily hinted at, but I don't think the VIVINOS will do the same thing. But we'll see. They might do it in like a different way, like something unexpected, something unlike the original, because, you know, Mizi's gonna try to run maybe with Sua and Sua gets like shot or taken or something, and Maisie kind of has to leave. The heart gems seem kind of like a reoccurring theme, because there's this like one art you could see kind of like gem shaped like hearts in their skin kind of growing, which I don't know if that was supposed to be like this, because it was kind of a pretty early art, and I don't even know if they had the idea for this at the time, so we will see. Hyena kind of seems like the main character, because she's doing talking, or maybe she could be like a narrator, like going through the show. But if maybe will be her perspective, and we'll see like what she does and her like plan and stuff, and then we'll see all the other rounds and stuff. And like, you know. Anyways, I think they could have actual fights, like not just singing, but they could like fight physically each other, because it's a circus, you know. And it's like, you know, I don't think they would fight in a circus, but they could fight in a circus, especially since it's like this. Sua's outfit is white again, which in the original, she had her white outfit, and also she died, and I'm pretty sure white means death, I think. Hyena looks shocked when Isaac wants to burn the place down, which may mean that she actually wants to help the zombies, you know. Universes have canon events, as explained by some things, which means that history can repeat itself. Like, Sula could still die, Ivan could still die, like, it's like certain things that need to happen because it's similar in each universe, the canon events. So the zombies look like they can run, functional, and use their brains. They don't look completely eroded because they have to have some kind of level of intelligence to like compete and stuff. And you like saw them like getting ready, so that has to mean that they are like conscious enough to do that, so they can think. Luca doesn't seem to have an opponent. It just seems like he's a kind of final act of the show, you know? Should have a few theories for how that'll go. Maybe circus theme like songs, I'm thinking, you know? They're in circus cages with other kids, kind of like animals, so like, you know, they referred to them as livestock earlier and stuff. So yeah, their relationships look the same in every universe. Like, from all the AUs we've seen, the way they see each other has been the same each time. So I'm thinking it's gonna be the same in this universe. Maisie and Stula still gonna be like, you know, really close, like lovers, and Ivan and Till like maybe one-sided, and Hyena and Luca will be kind of like, you know, whatever they got going on. Let's see, what else do I have? Maisie and Sua might do a dance for round 1 because it's a circus and they're wearing ballerina outfits. And I know it's a music video, but music videos they could be dancing, you know? It can be like a cool dance, and then they announce the winner and stuff, you know? And then they're like, oh my gosh, you lost and stuff. There probably is. I know they said there's no escape, but there's always an escape, you know? And maybe Ivan knows because he knew how to escape in Alien Stage, like in that garden and stuff. They might easily be controlled because their brains are kind of rotted, which is why they're doing this, you know? Now onto my theories that I have. We don't really have a lot to go on so far for like events wise. We do know that there's like the rounds and stuff and canon events, I'm pretty sure. And we have an idea of like the overall plot though, and like how it's gonna go. We don't know the ending, and we don't know stuff like that. But here's a couple theories I have that I wanted to say before it comes out, so I could say I was right or something when it does come out. I might be wrong though, so I'm not really the best at analyzing stuff, but Hyena and Isaac are gonna infiltrate the circus. Maybe just Hyena, I don't know. I have to look back and see if she said we infiltrate or I infiltrate, but I didn't write that down. Maybe they might pretend to be a zombie and like, cause they said infiltrate from the inside out, so they might like be like, oh, I'm a zombie, like put me on stage, and she might be the one who goes against Luca, you know? Because we didn't get that last time. I wonder how that would go. And she, like, and stuff like that. My bad. Talking about Maisie and Sue. Maisie will maybe Maisie's gonna try to run away. And something's probably gonna happen to Sue. Maybe she doesn't escape with Maisie, because I feel like Maisie would try to take her with her, you know? Or they like chop her up and sell her, you know? Or maybe it could be the other way around and Maisie is escaping with Sua, and Maisie's like, go without me, and holds it back. And then Sua is the one left alive, because that would be different, you know? Ivan and Till probably have something different, since they don't technically, I don't think they'll like die right away once they lose, so I think it will be similar to kind of how round 6 went, because it's kind of a similar scenario and stuff, but I think something's gonna happen to Till this time, because to shake things up, and maybe Till wasn't performing because they're in round 2 and Maisie would have run away in round 1 maybe, so maybe he's like, oh, kind of sad, you know, kind of like in OG round 6, you know, and Ivan maybe tries to make him perform, you know. I'm thinking if they do a dance too, because Ivan might try to like dance with him or something, because they were supposed to dance in round 6, I'm pretty sure, and it would be cool, you know. But they might just be like doing something else, or singing, or fighting, or I don't know, just like probably doing stuff. Maybe Till isn't budging, and so Ivan's like wins and Till gets taken away, and Ivan kind of like maybe runs after him and is like, no, you know, kind of this whole dramatic scene. Trust, I have a vision. Anyways, or Ivan sacrifices himself again, but I don't know if he could do that, because without it being entertainment, you know, because in the original he had violence or he wasn't singing, and Till was winning in round 6, but then Till stopped singing, so Ivan had to like step in and like choke Till, which the kissing isn't what brought down their score, because they didn't start shooting him until he was choking him, so violence is what got him out. And so, but I don't think they would care if it's like a circus, you know, so he can't really sacrifice himself in that way if Till's not like trying, you know. So yeah, Luca is gonna be performing and is gonna be a big part of the plan. They might end up, Hyena might do her plan because it's in the final, because she might explode it or something, and Luca might just end up destroyed beyond repair, you know, because Hyena died in the OG. If they're gonna have somebody die this time, maybe Luca, or I don't know if Hyena will die again. I don't think she will, because I feel like Luca was originally gonna die and then Hyena stepped in, so really Luca has to die. But you know, Anyways, in the end, they have to perform for eternity. They keep mentioning that, so it's probably like a big theme that's gonna go into it. Let's see what else. Hyena, maybe she was a zombie in zombie stage and like escaped or something. And cause she says it's like not a place for kids, and how would she know that unless she was in there, you know? So maybe she escaped because in the nut garden she like was in there and then she escaped. So canyon event, and it'd have to be similar in this universe, right? Maybe Sue escapes because you see her shoe is off, which could symbolize that she escaped and stuff. Round 1 and round 2 winners might face each other, and the winner of that will face Luca because he's like kind of like the star of the show, you know? Because, yeah. The gems they grow and like their bodies could have value, which is why they want to like chop them up and sell them after they lose, so like get money and stuff. I don't think they'll get killed right away when they lose, so technically you know, because they still have to like bring them up to like chop and stuff, you know, probably package them, so they're probably not like they're probably not like instantly killed after they lose. So the victor could go to save like the loser and stuff, you know. I think the victor of like the whole thing has to perform with new contestants, because maybe Luca was the winner of the like last circus they did, so like he has to keep going until like eternity until he dies, you know, basically, and gets chopped up. Because you know, they're not technically dead, they can still die, you know. Like they're said they're not alive but they're not dead, which means they're not dead but they're not alive either, but technically since they're not dead they can still like die, you know. So yeah, be prepared to be kind of emo. The playground is kind of like the nut garden, so maybe they all grew up together and stuff. We might get a little extra clips from like the school lady watching the movie, you know. Maybe like a cutscene in like the end, you know, being like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that happened, you know. You know what I'm saying? Because like the school lady, I don't think they'd show up just for one comic or something. I don't know, maybe they do. Anyways, questions to consider. Why is it only them? Are there other ones in the circus? Because we only saw that there was Mizusua, Ivan, Till, and Luca. What is the plot? I guess so far it's to destroy the circus or like the whole underworld, you know. And we haven't seen Ivan and Till yet. Technically we haven't seen Mizi. We saw Mizi and Seal, but we didn't like see their like whole like visual, you know. But they look pretty cool. I'm pretty sure that the girl in like the cage was Mizi. Actually no, I'm very sure that was Mizi. So I think part of Mizi's head is like rotted, you know. You could see Sua's back is kind of rotted and stuff, maybe like half of her. And then we haven't seen Ivan and Till, which I'm excited to see what they look like. And then we have to see Luca too. Did they grow up together? Because they said they were raised like livestock, which means they could have like grown up together, maybe in like the playground or like, you know, because they're put in those cages and stuff. What happened to Hyena's? Is Hyena's brother alive? Maybe, and stuff. Do we get a happy ending? Probably not. Actually, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. It's probably gonna end up with the circus being destroyed, you know? Or, I don't know, maybe eternal, like they said. Why are they doing rounds if it's a circus? Usually circus are just like, kind of like, they don't usually have rounds, they just like are performing and stuff, but they're doing rounds, I guess, to stick to kind of like how it was, you know. And they're gonna be music videos, I'm pretty sure, like all of them. I know the first one is, or the next video coming out. They can die, you know. I think they are conscious, but kind of, you know. What happens to the other kids in the cage? I know the cage with Mizi, there were 2 other kids like running, And I know people are saying that Sua and Till. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think it was them, you know. Like, it did give off the vibe of Sua and Till, you know. But honestly, it's hard to say. But I don't think it was Sua and Till. So I'm saying that obviously there has to be other kids. So like, what happened to them? Did they all not make it into the circus? Did they all die? Like, I don't know. Maybe they got sold. Because I don't think that they're like pets, you know. They're just like livestock to be, you know, in circus they use animals to like perform and stuff. Anyways, how does Hyena know about the underworld? Probably because she was there. She had to be there. Because, you know, it's top secret and stuff. Or maybe they're like an agency like that knew about it and stuff. Is her brother there? He probably died. Maybe he died while they were like, him and Hyena were like escaping or something. Maybe him, her, and Luca were escaping. And Hyena was the only one that made it out. And her brother like got sold or something, chopped up and stuff. And then Luca still had to perform since he like won or something. You know what I'm saying? Because that would make sense. Or maybe Luca was gonna, maybe he like gave away their spot so he didn't like, maybe he had to chop up one of them and Luca was like, chop him up and save me or something, you know? Anyways, that's all the predictions I have. I made this like the first day it came out, and honestly it took like 20 minutes, so I didn't really add like a lot of stuff or like super go in depth or anything. So I might add like more of my theories in like the comments or something as I go along, just so honestly just this video is also so I can look back and see that if I was right about anything. And then I'm also going to be adding, obviously I'm going to add to this in the meantime because it's a lengthy list, my screen, but I'm going to be adding maybe in the comments or something, or if you have any theories, just let me know. I might add them to my list. Yeah, so just gonna wrap this up, and thanks for watching, and can't wait for the new AU.